Hello, everyone. My name is George Madiou, and I'm the publisher and founder of the Network Marketing Magazine. And it is my pleasure to introduce a great friend of mine. Her name's Dotti Berry, and Dotti has agreed to be our technology guru. And I am so excited that she and I are going to be doing many Google Hangouts to be able to teach you and bring people on to teach different aspects of what's going to be real helpful in you growing your business. So today what we're going to do is just go over some just general questions, and I hope Dottie will answer them. Uh, to be able to direct us to where we're going to be going in 2015 and beyond, in being able to go ahead and equip you with some of the tools that are going to be really exciting. So it's my pleasure to introduce Dotti Berry.
Hey, George, so good to be with you today. And I really appreciate the chance to, bring these hangouts to people through the course of 2015. We're going to be having a weekly hangout, bringing you the best of the best on what's going on in marketing, both, online and offline. There seems to be this, George, how would I put it? This little tension about that, and I like to let people know that that doesn't have to exist. In fact, the more we form synergistic partnerships together, we're going to really be able to take your business to a whole new level. Don't you agree, George?
I absolutely agree, and what I love about working with you is that this is a tensionless relationship that we have, and we're going to have fun, and it's going to be exciting.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. So, what's your ideas on 2015? What do you want me to? I like to always say that Coach B, and I'm kind of known as Coach B and the Google Hangout Maven to people. And George, to be quite honest, I also like to refer to myself as the Oprah of the internet. And that's because, Oprah was well known for giving away things of value. And I think that you and I together in 2015, we're going to be giving away a lot of value to people in this great network marketing profession that has been so good to so many. But we got to know we're in the throes of some shifting and some changing, don't you think?
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know one of the things that I love about you is that this giving value is what you're all about. As a matter of fact, that's how we ended up evolving in the Network Marketing Magazine from a subscription-based online magazine to a free magazine. As a matter of fact, we have just recently gone from having a light version of the magazine to a full pro version that we used to charge $100 a year for it. We've made it completely free, and we've offered a charter membership, a brand new membership, and all they have to do is go to the networkmarketingmagazine.com and click on become a charter member. And what I love about teaming up with you is this is exactly your philosophy also, in helping those people who really want to learn about their profession go ahead and get the information that's necessary. So that's cool. Uh, I just want to jump right in. One of the things that I found is that there are 80% of the people in network marketing I find are women, and successful women, and they run the gamut. A lot of them are just coming in, and stay-at-home moms, et cetera, et cetera. But one of the things that I'm really curious about is that we in the magazine have over 200 people that contribute to the magazine. We're in our 10th year. And one of the puzzling things, and one of the things that I'm really excited about having you on board, is the fact that with 80% of the professional networkers being women, we have less than 20% that contribute to the magazine. Why is that?
George, it's a great question. If that part were video, I'd say because women hate to get in front of the camera. I tell people all the time with Hangouts and video and so forth, we all just have to get over ourselves because one of the values of video is that when people see you, they're able to, like look into my eyes, know who I am, feel like there's a real authentic person. I mean, I have people calling me every day saying, "Hey, Coach B, I felt like when I saw you, you're a real person." I go, "Yes, I am." But back to your basic question, I think, George, that it's a cultural thing somewhat, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but we see it all the time in so many organizations. A lot of the women do the work. A lot of the real hard work.
Oh,
And
yeah.
sometimes they're looked at behind the scenes, and then sometimes the guys step up and get that recognition. So I appreciate you reaching out to me. Now, let me say this. This is not a good for the guys and bad for the women. I personally think that we all can learn from each other. And I have this mantra I've been saying for the last 6 years, and it is this. I want to connect. I want to engage. I want to innovate. I want to collaborate. I want to leverage our unique collective talents to form synergistic partnerships globally. Because, George, I believe that none of us can do it alone today. So if you're a guy who can perhaps reach out and really acknowledge some of the women out there and help bring them up and put them in those leadership roles that are seen more, because that's going to help everybody. Think about it, guys. If 80% of them are really involved in this network marketing, you want them to be seen more so that they'll bring in some of those more people who are doing such great business. Does that make sense, George?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I just think it's a matter of us all learning that we're going to work more together today. It's just, as I said previously, it's not this online, offline, which is better. I mean, that's like saying which is better, an apple or an orange. Can't both be fantastic?
Right.
That's what it's about, is how can we join together and become better than we are on our own?
Well, that leads to my next question, because we're going to explore many, many things in future Hangouts. But one of the things that I want to know from you, because you're such an expert and a guru, is what marketing method do you think is going to be the key for 2015 and beyond?
Well, George, that's a great question. It's a loaded question, obviously. I always say that when you're looking at gurus, it's one of my favorite things is that guru really stands for, just spell it out, G-U-R-U. And that just means that we all have the potential for being that kind of guru. Bring your best self to the table. And an expert, George, an expert is really somebody who knows one more thing than you know, right? When you're really trying to get some information, if somebody knows one little piece that you don't know, they're your expert. So I don't have to come to the table and say, I'm the #1 expert in blah, blah, blah. I can just say, I have some skills and some talents that I feel like as a digital media pro, but I also have the relationship connections. I know, George, that you and I, this is where we're so on the same page. I'm not going to pretend to know everything about everything out there, but what I am going to say is I bet I know somebody who knows the answer to that. And if we're willing to say to people, you know, I'm not quite sure about the answer to that, but let me find out, let me bring that person to the table, I think we're going to bring a lot of great information to people in 2015.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. You know,
So
what?
kind of going back more specifically to this question, though, because I tell people, you know, it's got to be what you're comfortable with. If your deal is social media and you're really comfortable in that, then that's the route you need to go. But to tell somebody you need to go blog over here, well, if you don't enjoy writing, then you're not going to stick with it. One of my favorite things to say is that you have to give CPR to your business every single day. And George, what that means is consistency produces results. So you can't be everything. But if you can choose one or two methods that are going to help you get your message across, help you connect with people, help you do your business better, that's good. But I can tell you this much. Video is not going away. I mean,
Right.
it is here to stay, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. Why? Because that's how people are connecting today, especially the younger crowd. So the videos, I mean, George, this is an interesting thing I heard recently, but there was a webinar happening, and it happened to be a webinar that they were talking about a video product, okay? But they asked 1,000 people, how many of you all have looked at a YouTube video in the last week? Now, I know you've heard me say this, but play along. What percentage do you think might have watched the YouTube video? Do you think it was high?
Yeah, I would say the majority.
Yeah. Well, it was. It was like 91%. And then they turned around and they asked people, how many of you uploaded a video to YouTube last week? Well, the answer from this group of 1,000 was 11%. Now, I think you mentioned, George, earlier when we were talking about that wow, that sounds kind of high because maybe not that many people did. But this was a group that was interested in video. Now, you might say that's high, but what I want to point out is that the difference between the 91% and the 11% says this: if you're in marketing and you're wanting to get the message out about your business, if that many people are watching YouTube videos, then you better start doing this more. And I'm not even saying anymore, go and shoot it with your camera. Where is mine? Okay, I've got my phone turned off, but you know, there was a day I was shooting all kinds of videos with a regular camera and then with my phone here. But then I have to upload that into YouTube. And with what we're doing right here, anybody, George, anybody can start a hangout, a live hangout. This is extremely important because even though you and I are on here talking right now, and you could have up to 10 people in what's called a hangout on air. That's what this is. It's a live hangout. It's being recorded. Even though you can do that, you don't have to have up to 10 people here. And guess what? You don't even have to have more than one. So if you're going, I tell people, look, if you're going to shoot a video, a 30-second one, a minute, a 2-minute, a 3-minute, a 4-minute, whatever, use the Google Hangout platform. There's a reason, all right? And the reason is that Google bought YouTube years ago for $1 billion, okay? Now, there was a reason for that. They saw what was coming with video. And George, I'm going to ask you this question. When you're giving out loving, who do you give the most loving to? Your friends and family or people you don't know?
Yeah, friends and family.
Friends and family. Well, who do you think that Google gives the most loving to? YouTube. So when you really use that Google platform that now incorporates what is essentially a live streaming video through YouTube, then Google gives a lot of SEO to that. So if you want to get good SEO and rank it on page 1, and I tell you, one of the trainings I'm going to do is ranking on page 1 of Google in your niche. And it's just an ideal way, using this video in 2015, I'm just telling people the easiest way is to use that Google Hangout platform, shoot your short videos, use your training. And George, you know, you and I know in the past, one of the key components in the network marketing profession was the use of the conference call for three-way calls, webinars, the whole bit. Would you agree in that what's been used in the past?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what? They have their place. But guess what? You don't get any SEO value from that. So when you start thinking, okay, in terms of marketing and everything, and what's going to really get you seen, because here's the deal. The internet and the online marketing is real scary to a lot of people. And especially when you don't know people, you feel like, wow, am I going to get scammed? So that's a fear. Would you agree, George?
Sure, sure.
So if you get on there and you let your face be seen and somebody, I mean, George, is it not cool if people could find you rather than you chasing them?
That's right. Yeah.
And so this is what the Google Hangout platform allows you to do, is be found via the YouTube videos, which, by the way, George, the interesting thing is, as soon as we finish this live hangout, within 5 minutes after finishing it, it is what we call an evergreen recording. In other words, it's on there forever unless we remove it on YouTube. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Very good.
So imagine all next year that we're doing these hangouts and we're training on different things that can help people in the network marketing profession, and we're bringing on owners of companies in the network marketing profession, and people are able to come and hear what they have to say. Do you think that'll be of value, George?
Enormous value. That's the reason why we're going to be doing it.
Absolutely. So I just see this getting bigger and better over the course of 2015 with the experts that we're going to bring on to our hangouts and the company owners that we're going to have on. I think it's going to be it's going to be a win-win, because it's going to help those companies be known, okay? And it's going to help people. I mean, we're going to ask them questions about things that are going on and give them the chance to, you know, hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, very good. Let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on thought leadership for both online marketing and the network marketing industry?
Yeah, you know, thought leadership is really interesting to me. It's a kind of thing. Well, let me just say this. It's the sort of thing where I think it's like a coin, and there's two sides to a coin. You know, essentially, you're pushing the boundaries of a particular method or process, okay? So let's think about this. We need thought leadership today in the network marketing profession because we're pushing the boundaries of things with online and offline marketing, you know, where we're coming together and we're working together. And then you want to use those ideas to essentially to leverage ubiquity, you know, through the social media and all, to really get these new kinds of thinking and ways out there on social platforms, which is exactly what we're using now, and in the media, whatever we're doing. So I think that thought leadership, I think a lot of people, I think we have the chance to really thrive in it, George, is what I'm saying. With thought leadership coming to the table that's thinking in different ways, and also I hear people say a lot, I think outside the box. And my question when people say that is, what box? The box is an illusion. The box is an illusion. You can't think out of something that doesn't exist, because if you're thinking about thinking outside of a box, you either make your box small or big, right?
Right.
The idea is to blow down the walls. There is no box. So let's get some new ways of thinking about our network marketing profession and think in ways that have never been thought before. And I find, George, that people who are thought leaders, lots of times people think that they're only the well-known. But guess what? The well-known at one point were not well-known. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. Right.
So everything starts with that thought process. And if we can learn to thrive in the chaos and the, I don't know, the disconcerting, the disconnectedness of it all sometimes as we're changing, then we're going to be okay, and we can bring those new ideas to the table. So I think it's going to be exciting to see where is the thought leadership coming from in the network marketing profession in 2015, because it's a very exciting time. I don't think there's been a more exciting time in network marketing than the one we're entering in 2015.
Yeah, I agree with you. And one of the exciting things about it is that today, especially in today's economy, we're in the sweet spot. More and more people are really benefiting from being in their own business. Network marketing is the way to go. The Network Marketing Magazine, we're starting our 10th year, and it's become absolutely essential that as a result, we need to change with the times. And so that's one of the reasons why I am so excited about having you teaming up with us, because we're going to end up having the opportunity to teach the people that want to be taught in areas that they don't know where to turn. And so we're going to offer that at least once a week, and we're going to give people the opportunity to get on our list, and they'll know what's coming up. And we're also going to archive all of our trainings. So it's going to be awesome. So in closing this up, what are one or two things that you want to leave us with in anticipation with this great project that we're going to undertake?
Oh, that's great, George. I think number one is think globally, because we're shrinking in terms of the impact, and we really. I'm from the United States, Pacific Northwest. I just speak funny. I say I speak English and Southern English. I grew up in, I like to say LA, that's lovely Atlanta. But we can't be isolated any longer. If we're going to reach our full potential, we've got to think about reaching out globally. And when you start reaching out globally, you can't go have a home party with somebody in the United States and somebody overseas every day, right?
Right.
And you want to grow your business. And more businesses are becoming global businesses. So, just the opportunity I think that we've got today, that is the key. And also mobile. I mean, when we're talking about video, I'm also talking about it being on your mobile phone, wherever that mobile phone went. It's under here somewhere. There you go. Okay? Because just like we can't think just about having home parties anymore, although we don't have to trash them either. See, it's not an either-or thing. I think what happens in our profession, George, sometimes is that it becomes a competition with each other, and it's got to be a collaboration. In other words, I don't have to make your home party bad in order to make my online marketing good. It's a both and, not an either-or. See, I live in little bitty Blaine, Washington. The closest town to me is actually White Rock, Canada. In the U.S., it's 18 miles away in Bellingham, Washington. So we've got to think about how we can synergistically work together around the globe, and how we can combine both the offline and the online marketing to become better and to grow bigger and to offer the opportunities to people that they have not had before, because there's no better way than this network marketing profession for having your own business. People don't have, $1 million to buy a franchise or something.
And why would they?
People can find the money to own their own business, and what we're doing.
Right. Very good. Well, I appreciate our kickoff here, and I'm really looking forward to just a tremendous relationship between your areas of expertise and our members. And I'm just really excited, and I feel blessed having you on board.
Hey, thanks so much, George. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to a great 2015 working together.
All right. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Dottie.
Bye for now.